"What can I get you boys?" the unassuming waiter asked my father and me. At that moment, the room began to spin while beads of sweat dripped down my beet red face. A face free of eyelashes and eyebrows, and tomboy attire to complete the ensemble.
But behind the smile and outgoing personality is a story about a girl who struggled to fit in.
I was about 8 years old and actually started pulling out my eyelashes first because I thought, you know, there's like that legend that if you pull out your eyelash, or if an eyelash falls out, you can make a wish on it. And if you make a wish, like, hopefully it'll come true.
But when eyelashes led to eyebrows, something was clearly wrong.
Trichotillomania is an impulse control disorder that causes me to pull out my hair as an adverse reaction to stress.
As quickly as her hair, Aurora's self-confidence began to wear out.
Even though I had a lot of friends, I was never a girl that any boys liked, which was always hard. They'd always talk to me about my friends, and they never looked at me as a girl that they could actually like. It was because of the way I looked. My youth was filled with petty dramas that occupied my every moment. And on top of the usual teenage drama, I had to cope with this problem.
After a trip to Italy, she was left with fond memories and motherly advice that assured her of her well-being.
And my Italian mom would say to me all the time, "Non ti preoccupare," which means don't worry in Italian. And I think I was an entirely different person when I came back from that trip, because I realized that I shouldn't worry about the little things because they don't matter. And I have so many good friends that don't care what I look like and don't care about my hair, that there's actually no reason for me to worry.
Miss Wilner-Heard does have a condition, but you don't know that. She's cool, she's fun, she's outgoing, and she's independent.
With new confidence and a new haircut, Aurora went on with a teaching career.
And I said, you know what, screw it. I put on Christina Aguilera, I'm a fighter, cut the rest of my hair, shaved it. I've been wearing wigs ever since.
On her first day at Waianae Intermediate School, she read a story to her class about a girl who had a disorder that made her pull out her hair.
And the kicker was, at the end of the story, Miss Wilner-Heard, pulled off her wig, and we all was in awe, like, holy mackerels. And she said, "That girl is me." And at that point, I looked at all the boys and thought, were they gonna laugh? And not one of them laughed, not one of them. They all looked at her and was like, "Miss, does it hurt when you pull out your hair? Are you all right?" And right there, I knew already she caught their hearts.
Like, she's a really nice person, and it doesn't really matter. Like, as long as she does her job, she's really good and there for us.
Miss Wilner-Heard decided to share her story because she wanted her students to understand that she doesn't let her disorder define her or who she is as a person. Everyone has their own issues to deal with in life. Wouldn't it be great if we were judged not by our situations, but by how we treat other human beings? This is Gina Jove reporting from Waianae Intermediate School for HIKI.